Hello and welcome to my channel and to another activities for toddlers video. So a lot of times it can be really unrealistic to not have screen time, especially if it is something you're trying to change in their daily schedule when they're so used to watching TV or playing on a tablet. So I've made this video to share with you my top picks, which aren't many because most are terrible if you ask me, for toddler friendly learning apps. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm sure a lot of you have gone out this holiday season and gifted your 2-year-old or 3-year-old a new tablet, but you're not quite sure what you should put on there. So what I wanted to do was share with you a few starter apps to download that's enjoyable and filled with enrichment. I also wanted to share with you all an app that is so popular now and has been popular for quite a few years now, but I am just not a fan of it. So stick around to the end to hear about it. All right, first up is a free app called Khan Academy Kids. By far the best app out there for a while now, and is actually the #1 learning app for kids. So I highly recommend this app. With Khan Academy Kids, it's giving a very similar introduction when you're first opening the app. You make your own profile for your child and they can pick their own avatar. Your child can get started right away with learning because the app is free, so no need for any subscription signups. Now, when your child navigates through the app, you will notice that there are no categories, and what I mean is normally with these types of apps, you'll be able to choose if you want them to concentrate on one area, like reading, math, tracing, stories, etc. But with a Khan Academy, your child starts a task and it will introduce your child to different subjects all in one level. I love this about the app because I don't want my child getting bored with just one subject. It keeps her entertained and excited for the next challenge. And I also really enjoy the detail they've actually put into this game. So, like if your child is familiar with super simple songs on YouTube, Khan Academy uses some of these songs, but then pauses every so often to quiz the child. And that's great because it exercises their comprehension and makes it so that they aren't just memorizing the songs. Now, when your child gets to a task where they have to read a story, the book or the app actually reads aloud. And I love it because they highlight the words, which you'll find a lot of times with other games, they'll highlight the words. But Khan Academy Kids really make sure that they highlight and they don't go too fast. I noticed that when Priya is doing a read aloud and it's going really fast and they're highlighting the words really fast, she can't really grasp each word, and she's a new reader, so I really need for her to hone in and really get familiar with the words that it's saying or that she's saying in the book. This activity, this is just an example on the app where they go over tracing, and so she can get creative with her own choice of colors. Priya usually does the rainbow or purple, and this is helping them with learning how to write or their handwriting skills. Homer is going to be the early learning resource that you're going to want to download, especially if you're a mom or a parent who homeschools your child. Now, Homer is going to be not free, so you do have to subscribe to it. I believe Homer is only $9.99 a month, which is great. It does break down all of the games and activities into categories. So unlike Khan Academy, you kind of go through each level, and within the level you go through the different categories. But you are able in Homer to kind of hone in on one subject at a time. Okay, so you have like the story section, which is really great. They have a lot of different options there. The math section is really, really awesome. They have a reading section, song section, creative section, tracing section for handwriting skills. They can make their own profile. Homer is just a really, really good program. Unfortunately, when I looked up where it ranked as far as the best learning activities or learning platforms for a tablet or iPad for a toddler to use, they did not come up at all on the lineup, which was very surprising. I really thought it would have been at least second or third on the list of learning apps to use for your toddler, but I highly recommend it. So you guys go ahead and give this app a thumbs up and a download, because I have not experienced any price increase, unlike ABC Mouse, and it is very organized. It's not all over the place. It's very, I guess, like a minimal parent or minimal child. If you just want all of the, if you really just want your child to focus and be able to navigate this independently, this app is the app to use. And I like to use this especially this one during our homeschooling activities, because I do tend to go category by category. So if we are on math for that day, I'm able to just hone in on math on Homer. So that's why I would mainly use this for our homeschooling. Otherwise, if we're traveling or things like that, or, I'm just not feeling it for the day, because we aren't officially homeschooling on the books right now. It's kind of just me trying to get her used to a schedule. I will go ahead and use Khan Academy Kids, because it just lets her do her own thing and navigate on her own, but also gives her a little bit of everything within one level or one task or activity. All right, so I know you guys waited to the very end to hear which app was the most popular, but that I absolutely just do not like. And that is going to be the app called ABC Mouse Early Learning Academy. Now, I had purchased this because at the time it was only $9.99 a month for Priya to use on the tablet. And that was one of Priya's first learning apps. And to me, it just felt very old school. I know it is an app and learning program that has been out for years and years now. So I get it. It just seemed like you had to do what they wanted you to do in order to move on to the next level. And at the time, Priya was not as, I'm not going to say creative, but she just was not the arts and crafts coloring type of girl. And she had to do that in order to move on to the next level. So I just felt like they really put her in a box, a one-way thinking or a one way of doing something in order to get to the next level. Because Priya really excelled in everything else. It was just a lot of the activities she had to do but just didn't really care for, and so it really discouraged her from moving on to the next level and further using the app. And it was just all over the place. When you open up the app, it was just a lot going on. For Priya at 3 and 2 years old, it was just too much for her to concentrate on at one thing and be able to navigate on her own. So that was the major things that I really did not like about the app. And if my daughter just isn't encouraged or enthusiastic about using it, I'm not going to use it anymore. And another thing, lastly, that I did not like about ABC Mouse is, as you can see, the price went up. So I first was telling you that when I originally signed up, which was only last year, it was only $9.99. Now, looking at it, it is $12.99. When I canceled the subscription, it had got to $11.99. And I just thought, why every few months it's going to keep increasing. All right, so that is the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed watching this and that it was very helpful for you in choosing what apps to use or download on your toddler's tablet. Now, if you would like any more videos like this, please leave a comment down below and let me know. Otherwise, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and the notification bell so you know every time I post a new video, which I try to get out at least once a week. All right, until next time.